Good evening, beautiful souls. Tonight we continue our journey into the mysteries of existence and the great cycle that binds together the living, the dead, and the divine. In our last video, we explored how the physical and spiritual worlds intertwine, each feeding the other in a dance of endless regeneration. Now we go deeper into the pattern itself, the structure that defines the soul's journey. This is the sacred teaching of the circles of existence. Within Wiccan and pagan philosophies, existence is often understood not as a single linear experience, but as a cycle of states through which the soul continually travels. Each state is a place of learning, of transformation, of rest, and of return. These are the three great circles that form the framework of being: the circle of life, the circle of rebirth, and the circle of Danu, or the divine. These circles are not simply realms in the afterlife. They are spiritual conditions, each with its own energy and purpose. Together they describe the eternal rhythm of the soul. Let us begin with the circle of life, the one we know best. This is the world of the living, where matter and spirit meet in physical form. Here we experience growth, joy, love, loss, and the endless lessons of embodiment. It is in this circle that the soul works through the challenges of mortality and individuality, learning what it means to create, to nurture, and to choose. The living are stronger than the dead in this realm because it is through life that will and action take shape. Every decision, every emotion, every act of kindness or cruelty ripples outward, shaping both this world and the next. When death comes, as it always must, the soul moves into the circle of rebirth. This is not a place of judgment nor of torment, but of rest and reflection. Here the dead are stronger than the living, for this is the realm of ancestors, of memory, and of timeless wisdom. Souls dwell here as they shed the weight of their former lives and prepare for renewal. It is said that each soul remains in the circle of rebirth until it has learned what it came to learn, until it is ready to begin again. In this circle, the soul understands that death is not an end, but an intermission in the great performance of being. Beyond these lies the circle of Danu, the divine circle, where the eternal resides. This is not a realm most souls reach easily. It is said that only the most perfected spirits, those who have fully embraced every lesson of life and rebirth, may enter this sacred circle. Here, there is no separation between self and creation, no need for form or incarnation. It is the realm of the goddess and the god, of unity and endless light. It is the still point at the center of the cosmic wheel, the source from which all things arise, and to which all things return. Together, these three circles, life, rebirth, and Danu, make up the great continuum of existence. The soul travels through them again and again, learning, transforming, and remembering. The path is not a straight road, but a spiral, looping inward toward divine understanding. In some traditions, it is said that the soul must pass through many incarnations, perhaps countless ones, before it can reach the state of perfection needed to enter the highest circle. And yet each life brings it closer, polishing the spirit through experience, compassion, and awareness. Every joy, every sorrow, every lesson is part of the same sacred work. There is a beautiful symmetry in this teaching, that the dead rest among the ancestors, the living create upon the earth, and the divine watches and weaves it all together. Each depends on the other, just as day depends on night and spring depends on winter. The soul, in its endless movement, ensures that creation never ceases. When we die, we do not fall away from life, we simply change circles. The boundaries between these circles are thinner than they may seem. Through meditation, trance, or ritual, we can sometimes glimpse beyond the veil. In deep states of spiritual awareness, we may feel the presence of those who dwell in the circle of rebirth, our ancestors guiding us, whispering through intuition and through dreams. In the quiet moments between breaths, some even sense the faint hum of the divine circle, the place of perfect stillness beyond all cycles. These experiences remind us that the circles of existence are not just distant or abstract. They are living parts of the same great system of being. When we celebrate birth, when we mourn the dead, when we honor the divine, we are acknowledging our place in that system, our own turning upon the great wheel. To live in harmony with this truth is to live consciously within the cycle. To understand that death is not meant to be feared, that rebirth is a promise, and that life itself is sacred precisely because it is impermanent. We are, each of us, walking through the circle of life even now, learning what we came here to learn before we return once more to the circle of rebirth. And one day, after many lifetimes, many transformations, perhaps we too will step into the circle of Danu, where we are reunited with the divine source that dreamt us into being. This is the wisdom at the heart of the circles of existence. We understand that we are not separate from creation, but a reflection of it. Life, death, and spirit are not opposing forces, but phases of one eternal dance. Thank you for joining us here tonight, beautiful souls. In our next step along this path, we'll journey into the Shining Lands, the radiant realm where perfected souls return to the light and begin again. Until then, may your path be clear, your spirit calm, and your heart open to the rhythm of the great cycle. Blessed be.